Hello everyone, and today I will be teaching you about the vertebra. As we have typical and atypical ribs, similarly we also have typical and atypical vertebra. We have 5 typical vertebra and 7 atypical vertebra. In total we have 12 thoracic vertebra. And let's go first to the typical thoracic vertebra. This one is the typical thoracic vertebra. See, you can see how is it, this one, okay, and in here, this anteriorly, this is the head of typical thoracic rib. See, superiorly, when you see from the superior surface, it is broad, it is heart shaped, and in each side it is broad, rounded, and flat upper surface, upper and lower it is flat, heart shaped and broad. This is the body of vertebra, and the body which is attached to the transverse process. Body is attached to the transverse process. These wings like processes are the transverse process, and this tail like processes in the back side, this is the spinous process. And the body of vertebra is attaches like joined to transverse process through a pedicle, and this middle, this one is the pedicle, and in the posterior surface through which the transverse process is joined continuous with the spinous process. This is lamina, and the process in the upward direction, these are the superior articulating process, and this has superior articulating facet. This superior articulating facet articulates with the inferior articulating facets of the upper vertebra, and you can see there are the inferior articulating facets. This articulates with the superior articulating facets of lower vertebra, below this vertebra. And in the body there are two facets. There are two demi-facets, not facets. These facets are half. These are half circular or semicircular, so they are called demi-facets. Superior demi-facets and inferior demi-facets. These facets are for the attachment of ribs. Superior demi-facets attaches with the lower facet of ribs of above ribs, then higher rib than this vertebra, and the lower facet articulate with the corresponding rib. Okay, if this is T7, then this upper facet articulate with the lower inferior facets of lower facet on the head of T6 rib, and this lower facet articulates with the upper facet in the head of 7 rib. And this is the transverse process, wing-like process. This is the transverse process, and transverse process also has a facet. This articulate with the articulating surface, that is medial surface of tubercle has the articulating facet. That facet articulates here on the transverse process, facets of transverse process on the both side. And like, how can you distinguish this from the other vertebra is that it has a heart-shaped body and it has a spinous process which is directed downward and it is narrow. This is how you can identify, and it has two demifacets on the head in the body of vertebra. This is all about the typical vertebra.